Hey everyone, welcome back to Judo Highlights, and hopefully by the time you've seen this video we have hit 50,000 subscribers. If it's still showing 49,890 something, make sure to subscribe, help me get over that 50,000 limit. So I want to thank you all to begin. But we're going to look at the Japan team at Baku, starting with Kondo, and I do want to call this the Suzuki Keiji team, because a lot of guys have come from Kokushikan University, which is where Suzuki Keiji has been the head coach of for a very long time, and still is, I'm not sure, now that he's in his new role. But a lot of guys coming from Kokushikan, and a lot of new guys that we'll see at Baku are coming from there. So I've got Tanaka, obviously he just had a great win at the Paris Grand Slam, so here's a couple of highlights from that. He's got a nice kochi, big seoi nage, kind of similar like Abe HIFUMI, so he's really exciting to watch. And he's also got kind of a nice pickup. It's not a yaguru nage or an ura nage, he just kind of like, I'm not sure how to describe it, but he's got some really nice techniques anyway. And next up we've got Aida. And Aida, he's just kind of falls to the back of the line a little bit with Abe and Maruyama. But out of most of the team, he's probably one with the most experience in the international circuit. He's got really sick ashiwaza. He does some super sick things with ashiwaza, and a lot of that is set up with his grips that he does. Real technical fighter, really strong, goes in for the throw whenever he sees an opportunity. I mean, look at that for a counter. Come on. Perfect. But yeah, just a couple more clips now, and you can just see he's really strong in his positioning. Good counter here, never out of position. Really strong at 66. And of course, that fabulous ashiwaza. Look at that. And the Turkish judoka, you can't believe it. Right, next up we've got Skamoto, and this is at 73, so the same category as Ono Shohei, but Skamoto kind of plays a different game. Newa's a heavy, and he's got a really nice kataguruma that he kind of uses it to get people to the ground. But yeah, look at that, just the way he, flicks the wrist, gets his arm under that chin, and the work with the legs to kind of tighten it all up. So he's really good on the ground. Bit of a different look to Ono Shohei, but hey, who doesn't like some lovely chokes? And this is definitely a signature choke of his. Let me know in the comments if you know the name of it. Right, next up we've got Oyoshi. And if you don't know who this is, that is Sasaki, who just had an amazing win at Paris that he is throwing. So Oyoshi, he's really high level. Look at that, kind of a tomoe nage, but really interesting position of the feet. And he's really strong, he's got a good ura nage as well. Next up we've got Kamochi. And Kamochi, a little bit of a different look. Kind of similar to Murao in the way he does a lot of action with the feet and the ashiwaza. But that Uchimata really reminds me of Haga Ryunosuke. And look at that. That's how you throw a big guy with also Bugatti. Just the quick stabs. That was really nice. So yeah, Kamochi, probably going to see lots of ashiwaza from him, lots of good combinations, and some real technical judo. Right, next up we've got Tomoki, another Kokushikan University guy, and I've got a clip from this documentary they did on him. So he was kind of someone who's expected to kind of rise to the top, and he's finally getting his opportunity to show himself again on the international stage. Yeah, so here he is, showing off his excellent techniques at the Kokushikan University. So, yeah, so it seems like he's got all the goods, hard work, great techniques, but I mean, you're in a category with killers, Nagase, Sasaki, Fujiwara. That's a difficult category to be in. And look at the size of him. You think he might be able to make 73? Maybe? I don't know. right up Tajima next, and Tajima, look at that nice tani otoshi into the newaza. So at the 90 kg category now, and Japan, I mean, they've kind of struggled at the 90 kgs, but him and Masashiyama and Nagasawa, you know, they're really starting to make a nice squad at under 90. Oh, and Murao, of course, obviously. So Tajima, we'll see how he does, but he's got to put in a great performance to edge out some of the top guys. But have a look at this, Sodasuri Komigoshi on Mungai from Italy. Come on, so if you're doing techniques like that, you'll probably get picked in the team. Right, Mashiyama now. And a lot of people are doing this kind of Seoinage now. It's kind of, I think Abe is influencing a lot of people. Maybe this is Hashimoto inspired, the one-handed Sodasuri Komigoshi, but variety of techniques. Not much footage on him, but yeah, we'll see how he does. Aida, of course. And Aida, as you know, from Kokushikan as well. Great Uchimata, great Ochigari, nice footwork, grips. You would think he would do really well, given the stature of the man. He's big and strong, but for some reason, he just doesn't have the results that I think he's expected to produce on the international stage. I think there are a couple of you know, guys in the history of the Japanese team that just struggle. They get picked up and thrown by Uranage, or there was a nice Ashibarai that he got caught with at the Paris Grand Slam. I think it was round 2. But he'll be looking for revenge, a quick turnaround, him and Tanaka, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. Oh, and a drop down Seoinage. He can do it all. He can do it all. And last but not least, Saito. Saito, he's actually from where I live, or near where I live, and I've seen him train. I've trained with him when he was a junior high school student, but since he got to university, I haven't touched him. He's too big and scary. I'm sure he'd be great to train with, but he's a monster. I've seen him dash faster than, you know, people who are half his size. So Saito, he's got big shoes to fill with his dad. If you don't know his dad, you should. So we'll definitely see how he goes on the international stage. He is considered a national treasure in the Japanese judo world, so big things to be expected from Saito. Alright guys, that's it from me. Let me know what you think about the upcoming tournament, and I'll have highlights for you, so make sure you're subscribed.